Our Second Amendment has taken center stage during this election season, and with the race heating up now, more conservatives are speaking out, reminding voters what's really at stake in this election. One America's John Hines has more on this from Washington.
Many conservatives believe this presidential election is unique because the Supreme Court hangs in the balance. And in that balance hang many of the rights that conservatives hold dear, says former National Rifle Association President Dave Keene.
That's why this is such an important election, because it's not about 4 years, it's not about 8 years, it's about a generation. In fact, Hillary Clinton made that point, not admitted, but bragged that electing her is going to change America for generations.
A change for generations that could include restrictions on the First Amendment pertaining to free speech and, of course, the Second Amendment, says Keene.
The Second Amendment is the one they really want to go after. And it's not just because of guns. You know, I've served as president of the National Rifle Association, following on with Charlton Heston, who liked to say it's not about guns, it's about freedom. And it is about freedom. And the reason that there's an almost religious opposition on the left to the Second Amendment is that it symbolizes far more than guns. It symbolizes the very American idea of self-reliance and independence and individual rights. And that's anathema to the new Democratic Party.
And Mrs. Clinton wants to restrict that freedom and offers reasons that sound good but aren't, says Keene.
That's why there's such a focus by these folks on the Second Amendment. It's not about crime. It's not about terrorism. It's not about, as Mrs. Clinton says, the toddlers. All of those things are untrue. What it's about is the concept of what America is about.
And America is still about freedom, says Keene. But if conservatives want to keep it that way, he says, they need to get out and vote, because their votes could make a difference in an election that's likely to be very close. In addition to being the opinion page editor of the Washington Times, Keene is also the author of Shall Not Be Infringed, the new assaults on your Second Amendment. John Hines, One America News, Washington.